Premanande. Please give a round of applause to Divyam, Sid, Sia, Radha, Samaprabu. Come all the way through.
This is long.
राधा देख रही है मुझे डर लगा था Hare Krishna. As usual, we'll do one round of chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra together. We'll do chant with Prabhupada ji. Please repeat. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya.
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya.
Prabhu Nityananda.
Prabhu Nityananda.
Shri Advaita Gadadhar.
Shri Advaita Gadadhar.
Srivasaki Gaur Bhakta Vrinda.
Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Thank you all for chanting so nicely, and thank you all once again for coming on a Friday evening. I request everybody to come a little bit forward as usual. There's a lot of people at the back. I gather if you can. While people settle down, we'll offer a prayer together so that we can have the right consciousness to understand the teachings of Bhagavad Gita. So please repeat the prayer after me, along with me. Om Ajnana Tinambrandasya Jnananjala Shalakaya Chashkul Ulimintena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupam Kadamayam Tadanti Svapadantikam Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swamini Ganamine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirveshesha Shunyavadi Paschata Deshakarini Mukham Karoti Vachalam Pangam Langete Yat Kripataham Vande Shri Guru Dinatarinam
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण
So we have some new people here for the first time. So if I can request them to introduce yourself, Mataji, आपका नाम?
मेरा नाम कनक है।
कनक माताजी।
कनक अस्थाना।
कनक अस्थाना।
अस्थाना सरनेम है। पहली बार पता लगा राजेश बनियार जी ने बताया कि यहाँ पर गैदरिंग होती है तो बड़ा मन हुआ तो मैं आ गई।
Thank you so much. माताजी તમે?
नैना ठक्कर। नैना ठक्कर।
Naina Thakkar. My auntie's name is Naina. Naina Kaki. Okay. And आप अहमदाबाद से हो ना?
अहमदाबाद।
So Mataji is already practicing devotee from Ahmedabad. She's been chanting 16 rounds and following 4 regulative principles. So thank you so much. So please welcome Naina Mataji and Kanak Mataji by saying
Haribol, Haribol, Haribol.
So thank you Kanak Mataji and thank you Naina Mataji for coming. Please, आप लोग बड़े हो तो please bless us so that we can try to repeat the words of Krishna and Prabhupada in the right mood. Ashirwad after. Alright. So as usual what we do, we will do
Mataji.
Mataji.
What will we do, Mataji?
Alright, Mataji is ready for recap. So we do a very quick recap of what we discussed last week. Last week हम लोगों ने क्या discussion किया था? So Mataji can go first. You'll go with.
I think the thing that really stuck with me is feed your faith and starve your doubts.
Feed your faith and starve your doubts to death. So Prabhupada said, जब तक until we don't starve your doubts to death, we will always be in a doubting situation. And for a doubting soul, there is no happiness in this life, neither in the next life. Krishna says this in Bhagavad Gita. For a doubting soul, there is no happiness in this life, neither in the next life. In a relationship between husband and wife, between two friends, between two business partners, if you doubt each other, can you survive? No. Similarly, in Krishna consciousness, if you are doubting, then you will never progress. Thank you, Neha Mataji. Very heavy point. Anybody else? Nidhi Mataji, obviously. Yes, yes.
There is 4A: awareness, acceptance, aspiration, and there is one more A.
Acknowledgement.
Association or
Acknowledgement. Thank you. So we spoke about the 4 A's. Awareness. जीवन में हम कहाँ पे हैं? Where are we right now in our consciousness? Not from a age perspective or a wealth perspective or a job perspective. Where is our awareness? हमारी चेतना कहाँ पे है? Awareness. First, understand कि where am I? Second, acknowledge. This is where I am, and this is where I want to be. That is aspiration. So this is what we spoke about last time. Thank you, Nidhi Mataji. Anybody else? Yes, Mataji.
Like at the last you discussed about there are 6 levels through which you can check like how connected you are with God. So the first level, like the first day of the week, if you are giving to the God, then first hour, then first plate of the day, then give some portion of your income to God. Then whenever you take any decision, if like are you including God in that? And then give first place of your heart to Krishna.
Very good. Please give a round of applause to Thank you, Priyanka Mataji. So we spoke about how to connect to Krishna on a different level. No matter wherever we are, but we can still connect to the Lord from where we are. So Priyanka Mataji detailed explained level 1 to level 6. So there are 6 levels of connections to Krishna, and we spoke about that. Thank you. Anybody else? Mataji?
You
Yes.
spoke about two types of pain,
Yes.
the pain of discipline or pain of regret.
Yes. So we spoke two types of pain. Pain of regret and pain of discipline. What is the pain of regret mean by? Who would like to explain? No, that is not pain of regret.
At the time of death when you have to leave everything.
Thank you. Pain of regret is कि जिसके लिए पूरा जीवन किया. We spend the whole life accumulating health, wealth, name, fame, beauty. At the end of the day, where we have invested our time, that is going to be taken away from us. And where we have not invested time, that's going to come with us. That is in bhakti. And at the time of death, when that regret comes into your heart, यार सब कुछ छोड़ के जा रहा हूँ, right? I have seen personally, kids are asking doctor कि parents कब जाएंगे, right? Very heavy, right? हम जिसके लिए पूरा जिंदगी देते हैं, and that is normal, that is स्वाभाविक है. Because as I said last week, मेरी मम्मी का बहुत अच्छा डायलॉग है. मानस ने मानस नती गमतु मानस नु काम गमे छे. गुजराती में बोलते हैं. आदमी को आदमी अच्छा नहीं लगता, आदमी का काम अच्छा लगता है. So as long as we are useful, you are my friend. As long as you are useful, how are you? If you are not useful, who are you? Yes?
Yes.
So this is life. So it is better to have the pain of discipline, because pain of discipline may be uncomfortable, but pain of regret is unbearable. Pain of discipline is uncomfortable, but pain of regret is unbearable. And from time and again, from life and again, we have been doing this. Where are the people who we invested so much of time and effort? Where are they now? Where are we now? कहाँ है मेरे पेरेंट्स लास्ट लाइफ के? मेरे बच्चे कहाँ हैं? मेरी वेल्थ कहाँ है? मेरी मिल्कत कहाँ है? I left everything. I came over here. In a few years, I believe everything. I'll go somewhere else. So why not go to a place where we don't have to change this body time and again? Right? Krishna says, "Come back to me. I'm here to take you. I'm giving you my hand." Thank you. That was a very good point, Rishu Mataji. Thank you. Yes, Meenakshi Mataji.
One thing was that we have to be Krishnatarian, not vegetarian.
Yes.
And anything we are eating, we have to offer even to like God, demigods, because otherwise it is a sin to eat anything.
Yes, very, very good point. Krishna explains in 3rd chapter, 13th verse Bhagavad Gita. Krishna is saying, whatever you eat, you have to offer it to me first, or else you're just eating a sin. So you eat vegetarian sin, or you eat non-vegetarian sin. Sin is sin. Yes, vegetarian sin has less implication as compared to non-vegetarian sin, but it is still a sin. So Krishna is not saying don't eat, but Krishna is saying offer to me and have it. That is a sacrifice. That is yajna. That is tapasya. Only human beings can offer this. We can't see a dog or a cat offering milk to Krishna or bread butter to Krishna. कुत्ता नहीं कर सकता, बिल्ली नहीं कर सकती, इंसान कर सकते हो. Only animals can't do this. Human can do it. And if we don't do this in this human form of life, even after knowing what is right, what is wrong, then it is shrama eva hi kevalam. Simple waste of time. Thank you. And where is the difficulty? Prabhupada ji used to ask, where is the difficulty? Khana mana kiya kisi ko? Nahi, khao. Eat, but offer and eat. The person who is giving you everything, if we are hesitant to give it to him, imagine how fallen the consciousness is. Am I right? How fallen the consciousness is. When you go to a post office and someone gives you a pen, and when you give the pen back, what do you say to them? Thank you. Who said thank you? Simple. We say thank you just for using a pen. This afternoon only I was looking at shorts. YouTube पर शॉर्ट्स आते हैं, and नाना पाटेकर, you know नाना पाटेकर, no? नाना पाटेकर के एकदम शॉर्ट्स आ गया all of a sudden, and he said you go to hospital for 3 days in an ICU and you spend 3 to 4 lakhs rupees just for a basic oxygen and controlling your body. 3 to 4 lakhs rupees, easy. जो भगवान दिन रात सालों के साल is giving you breath, giving you the power of digestion, giving you the power of eyesight, giving you power of everything what we are using. That God is giving you everything, and to give something back to that God, you're hesitant. And look at how merciful is Krishna. You give 4 apples, and Krishna is giving you back 4 apples. If you give 4 apples and Krishna gives you 3 apples, कोई ऑफर नहीं करेगा. Yes or no? Please be honest. 4 ऑफर करोगे एप्पल और भगवान उसमें से एक ले लेंगे ना, लिख लो, लोग ऑफर करना बंद कर देंगे. So Krishna knows how fallen we are. So that is the reason Krishna says, you offer me 4 apples materially, I'll give you 4 apples back spiritually. But उसमें भी we are thinking कि करे या नहीं करे, वो खाता है या नहीं खाता है, खाता है तो proof क्या है, where is the proof that Krishna is eating? अरे बाबा, he can eat with his eyes. Krishna can eat with his eyes. We should have faith in that. That is the reason prasadam is so tasty, so delicious. And it melts the heart of people. When Prabhupada ji started the ISKCON movement in America, he was giving prasadam, and prasadam se log became devotees. What else? Anything else? Thank you, Meenakshi. That was a good point. So you eat vegetarian sin or you eat non-vegetarian sin. Sin is a sin. So why not offer to Krishna and then eat? Mataji, this place over here next to Divya Mataji.
No, I just sit for 5 minutes and then I'll go.
Okay. No, but comfortable ho jao na, Mataji. Please come over here. I know you want to sit close to your Prabhu, but okay. Yes. Anybody else? Yes, Prabhu.
Chanting without Krishna consciousness, we are not alive.
Yes. Without Krishna consciousness, it is like decorating a dead body. Srimad Bhagavatam says, very heavy. It is like decorating a dead body. घूम रहे घोष के तरह, running here and there, भागा भागी भागा भागी. मगर भक्ति नहीं है तो क्या पाया? Thank you, Rashmi. Yes, Dolly Mata, आपसे कुछ बोले. जब तक आप बोलोगे नहीं मजा नहीं आता. Then we can go to the next session. जब तक कुछ माता जी का input होना चाहिए.
Spiritual life may be difficult, material life is impossible.
Yes. This is coming from Bhagavad Gita. In fact, when you come to my house, ना मेरे घर के आगे पोस्टर लिखा हुआ है. In my house. And this is one of the favorite verses. Prabhupada said, spiritual life may be difficult, but material life is impossible. So profound, na? Spiritual life may be difficult. It is not difficult actually. May be difficult, but material life is impossible. ना तन से सुख, ना धन से सुख, ना मन से सुख, ना संबंधों से सुख, तो भी उलझे पड़े हुए. In spite of all of this, we are still trying to see कि कहीं से कुछ जूस मिल जाए. Am I right or wrong? Nobody can say over here by putting their hand on the heart and say, I'm totally happy. I was happy, I am happy, and I will be happy thereafter. वो सिर्फ Bollywood movies में होता है. Happily thereafter. That is the end. Right? In spite of this, ना तन से सुख, ना धन से सुख, ना मन से सुख, ना संबंधों से सुख. In spite of all this, we are trying to figure out. मैं कुछ रास्ता निकालूंगा. I will figure out my way to defeat what Krishna is saying. Krishna is saying this place is dukkhalayam ashashvatam. The manufacturer of the product has called out very clearly this place is dukkhalayam ashashvatam. So if Apple phone में लिखा हुआ है कि this product is faulty and we are trying to figure out how to successfully work out this phone will be working, then either the company, there's something wrong with the company or something wrong with us. Similarly, Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says very clearly, dukkhalayam ashashvatam. This place is full of miseries, but very temporary happiness. There's happiness. And my Shiksha Guru used to say, happiness is the gap between two miseries. Happiness is the gap between two miseries. इतनी मेहनत करो, थोड़ी खुशी मिलती है. थोड़ी खुशी, थोड़ा गम, ram pam pam. Okay, one more point and then we'll go to something else. Yes, one more point, Dolly. Yes.
How much happiness can a diamond give?
How much happiness can a
Diamond give.
diamond give? Yeah, what? Did we discuss this last time? Okay. What was the context?
I don't remember this one.
Tanish.
Lab grown.
I can't remember. Okay. All right.
This is stuck on the Prabhu's fridge over there.
कौन सा गुरु? अच्छा,
Harsh
हर्ष प्रभु के.
Comes together. How much can a diamond happiness can diamond give? See, this is not right.
That is true. Just broken glass. Dhruv, fourth canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. I'll just digress for 1 minute. Fourth canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Dhruv Maharaj. There's a very beautiful pastime of Dhruv Maharaj who prays for 6 months non-stop. A 5-year-old boy, and the Lord gives him darshan. And the reason he prays to the Lord because he wanted to have a kingdom bigger than his grandfather and father. What did Dhruv Maharaj wanted? A kingdom which is bigger than his father and his grandfather. And who is his grandfather? Lord Brahma. So Dhruv Maharaj's grandfather is Lord Brahma. Lord Vishnu gives him the darshan within 6 months. And when Lord Vishnu gives him the darshan, Dhruv Maharaj is saying, what did I ask? I asked for broken glasses. What did I ask? Broken glasses. Because I wanted something material. But material things is never going to give us happiness. Spirit soul can never be happy with any material thing. Spirit soul can only be happy with spiritual things. अगर ये बात समझ में आ गई ना, the sooner we understand, spirit soul can only be happy with spiritual things. A fish cannot be happy out of the water, no matter wherever you take it. The fish only wants to stay in the water because that is his natural, constitutional position, dharma. Similarly, the nature of the soul is Jivera Swarup Hoy Krishna Nitya Das. That is the nature of the soul. आत्मा का स्वभाव क्या है? भगवान की सेवा करना. That is the nature of the soul. But if we are trying to figure out to find happiness from everywhere else. Okay, we'll stop over here. Any spiritual realization or improvements from last week? I saw a lot of hands going up that I will increase 1 round of chanting on Ekadashi. So how many people honestly increase? Please raise your hand. 4, 5, 6. Hey, that's a great outcome. Thank you.
Increased on the Ekadashi.
Increase only on Ekadashi.
16 rounds.
Jai. Very good. एक बार. Thank you. And Ratu, increase round.
एकादशी का फास्ट भी शुरू कर दिया है.
हाँ.
और चैंटिंग भी डबल कर दी है, डबल से ज्यादा.
जय.
और तीसरा जो आपने बोला था एक बार लास्ट टाइम में कि एक चीज आपने छोड़ दी हमेशा के लिए, उसको मैंने डाइवोर्स दे दिया. वो क्या है?
Coffee. Jai. Please give a round of applause. Very nice. हाँ, पैसे बढ़ जाएंगे.
छोड़ के चली गई वो बस.
Very fortunate. Whenever we leave something or when we are increasing something, we should always understand this is not my endeavor. This is the mercy of devotees and Lord coming into my life. Leaving coffee, you ask people who are addicted to coffee. It is very difficult. And increasing round or chanting 1 round of holy name, it is the mercy of the Lord and mercy of devotees. So it's not easy. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. Anybody else would like to share anything? Anything else which people did which would like to share, which inspires all of us? Right? Going once? Going twice? प्रॉपर्टी मार्केट ठंडा है. Nobody want to share anything? कुछ अच्छा नहीं किया which you can share? No problem. Gone. You want to share? Okay. जो बीवी से करे प्यार.
It's just realization.
Yes.
Or not, it's not a realization. It's in 2014, I think, when
Something happened.
something happened and I lost a very important files that I lost, which was very important to me. And last night when I downloaded Bhagavatam Shloka by Shloka, I was downloading. I was trying to find something that I can copy on so that I can keep it in the car. So the iPod, like up to iPod aate nahi hai, there was one of the small iPods.
2013.
2014 का iPod वो on किया, उसको charge किया to try to copy the file and copy this Bhagavad Gita Shloka by Shloka, and the file was there.
So Bhagavad Gita.
And that file and the files have actually given me 10 folds what I lost.
Yeah.
जय ऊपर वाला देता है तो छप्पर फाड़ के देता है. Thank you sir. All right, let's begin today. We are on time, 7:50. I'll request someone to read. Oh yes. No, please.
मैं every Thursday I fast, but this time first time in my life I fasted on Ekadasi, that also Nirjala.
Jai.
And I realized it's just not difficult at all. And after some time just forgot everything. Just keeps on going. It's not hard at all. So you can do more of it. That's all.
So talking about Nirjala Ekadashi, I haven't put it, but I'll explain now. In June, okay, there's a story behind it. Ekadashi, everybody has to do it, right? And everybody should do it. But out of 5 Pandavas, Bhim, he couldn't do it. Bhim was always after food. So Bhim couldn't do Ekadashi. So Krishna said, hey Bhim, you should do Ekadashi, Baba. Nahi hota hai mere se. How many of us are in the same boat? Please be honest. Very difficult, Ekadashi fasting. So for Bhim, Krishna gave a very special mercy. He said, rather than doing 26 Ekadashis, you do this one Ekadashi which is in the month of June, which is coming. That is equivalent to doing 26 Ekadashis a year. It is called Nirjala Ekadashi. Nirjala Ekadashi or Pandav Ekadashi bolte hain, right? Huh? Bhim Ekadashi. Okay. So it is going to come in June.
6th of June.
6th of June, is it?
I think it's 18th.
18th of June. I think that is right. 18th of June. What time the Mataji? To prepare. 6 June. So 18th of June, one day, you just do Nirjala Ekadashi. That is equivalent to doing all the fasting of 25 Ekadashis. So think about it and plan. It's not very difficult, as Avneet Prabhu said. It is not difficult. It is not difficult.
So it's a start of Chaturmasa.
Yes,
Yeah.
very auspicious.
The God will go for sleep.
Yes, Lord Vishnu will go for sleep for 4 months. Thank you, Sneha Mataji. It's a start of Chatur.
Sorry, I couldn't come last week, but whenever we miss, but my husband, whenever he comes and we used to discuss whatever happened there. So one thing which I liked is like chanting is medicine and prasadam is diet.
Very good. Chanting is the medicine and prasadam is the diet. Thank you, Sneha Mataji.
We always discuss about this.
So please offer bhoga at home and chant Hare Krishna mantra. Alright. Let's begin today's reading. Who would like to read?
Can I ask a question?
Yes, Mataji.
How, we often read that we have to go back to Krishna in this lifetime, go back to Godhead. How is the kingdom of Godhead? Like, how do we live there? How it look like?
How do we look like? How is the kingdom of Godhead look like? It is discussed in the second canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. There is a detailed description, and I need at least 15-20 minutes. Prabhupada explains in the second canto of Bhagavatam about how the kingdom of Godhead looks like. हिंदी के गाने में समझा दूं? चल के तुझे मैं लेके चलूं एक ऐसे गगन के तले जहाँ गम भी न हो, आंसू भी न हो, बस प्यार ही प्यार बसे. So this is the place where we are talking about. Now gam bhi na ho. Gam ka matlab Vaikunta. This is Kunta. Vaikunta means a place where there is no anxiety. Gam bhi na ho, aasu bhi na ho, bas pyar hi pyar bane. This is very, and this author is saying, I don't know where is that place. But Bhagavatam gives that description, but we need a long time to discuss that. Is that okay? But we'll have that discussion separately sometime, like while having prasadam, we can discuss that. Is that okay? Where there's rivers of mango rus flowing. Can you imagine this? Rivers of mango rus. Everybody has their own plane. We struggle to go to India once in economy class. I'm talking about myself. Right? Alright. Everybody has their own planes. And the plane doesn't have a pilot. You just think and the plane flies. Alright, let's start. Hitansh.
Sri Namamrita, the nectar of holy name, page 227. Chanting the Hare Krishna mantra brings one to the point of full surrender to the lotus feet of Krishna. Haridasa Thakur to the reformed prostitute. Chant the Hare Krishna mantra continuously and render service to the Tulsi plant by watering her and offering prayers to her. In this way, you will soon get the opportunity to be sheltered at the lotus feet of Krishna. At least 5,000 years ago, Lord Sri Krishna expressed his desire that everyone surrender to him.
Sarvadharma parityajai mam ekam sharanam vraja.
Why is that? Why is it that people cannot do this? Krishna assures us.
Okay, read if you can read.
I will try to.
Yeah, please.
Aham tavam sarva papebhyo mokayasimya sucha. I shall deliver you from all sinful reactions. Do not fear. Everyone is suffering from the results of sinful activities. But Krishna says that if one surrenders upon to him, he will protect one from sinful reactions. Modern civilization, however, is interested neither in Krishna nor in getting relief from sinful acts. Therefore, men are suffering. Surrender is the ultimate instruction of Bhagavad Gita. But for one who cannot surrender to the lotus feet of Krishna, it is better to chant the Hare Krishna mantra constantly under the instruction of Haridasa Thakur. Although Krishna wants everyone to surrender to his lotus feet, because of people's sinful activities, they cannot do this. Namam tuskrinto mudha prapadyante naradhama. Rascals and fools, the lowest of men who engage in sinful activities cannot suddenly surrender to the lotus feet of Krishna. Nevertheless, if they begin chanting the Hare Krishna mantra and rendering services unto the Tulsi plant, they will very soon be able to surrender. One's real duty is to surrender to the lotus feet of Krishna, but if one is unable to do so, he should adopt this process as introduced by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his most confidential servant. Namacharya Srila Haridasa Thakur. This is the way to achieve success in Krishna consciousness.
Jai. Thank you. So what are the important points?
We should render our services to Tulsi plant also, and if someone can't do so, he or they should chant the Hare Krishna mantra, and that is the path towards Krishna.
Right. Simple. Bhakti is simple for simple people, complicated for complicated. In the age of Kali, chanting the holy name is the most important thing. The first and the most helpful way of surrendering, in bhakti is having the right association. Right? Association. Sang vaisa rang. If we associate with devotees who are intense in their sadhana, if we associate with devotees who are sincere in their practices, it is just a matter of time where we will progress in the right direction. But if we associate with devotees but we are not keeping Krishna in the center, then we are losing the point. So there are two ways of association. In ध्यान से सुनना. If you can understand this, you'll be taking a lot out of this. There's right-minded devotees and there's like-minded devotees. There are two types of devotees: like-minded devotees and right-minded devotees. Like-minded devotees का क्या मतलब है? Changu and Mangu are going for movie. दोनों डिवोटी है, हाथ में बीट बैग भी है, तुलसी भी है, but where are they going? Bullet cinemas. Changu and Mangu are going to MCG. भक्त है, डिवोटी है, so called, but what are they doing? The activity is not devotional. Is this making sense? So, like-minded devotees will take you to places which may not be favorable, but if you associate with the right-minded devotees का क्या मतलब है? No matter whatever happens, we will want to keep Krishna in the center. Intense, tivrena bhakti yogena. These devotees are very serious and sincere and very focused. So even when you come to Bhakti Vriksha, even when you go to temple, even when you go outside, you will have two categories of devotee. What is the first category of devotee? Like-minded. And second? Right-minded. Have we noticed these people in the school also? Yes. Very good students and still a student, but not good student. So when you are in a class of 50 or 60, you are still a student, right? But that student may not be very intense. He may not be coming or aiming for good scores. And there are students who are backbenchers. There are students who are backbenchers. So when we come to bhakti, we should be able to identify कि मुझे भक्तों में से क्या चाहिए. Because we haven't seen Krishna, we have heard about Krishna, but we can see Krishna to the activities from devotees' life. What time are they getting up? What do you do? What do they do after getting up? A devotee is known by two qualities. A devotee is known by two qualities. The first quality is what time does he get up? And what is the first thing he does after getting up? Tim Cook gets up at 3 o'clock every day. We spoke about this in the past. Tim Cook, the CEO or whatever of Apple, he gets up at 3 o'clock every day. Akshay Kumar has never missed a sunrise. And all due respect to them, we don't have disrespect. So it's what time they get up, what time does a devotee get up, and what is the first thing they do after getting up. सुबह उठना बड़ी बात नहीं है. I've told this in the past. I know a baker in Cheltenham. He gets up at 1:30 every day from last 17 years because he's a baker. He sleeps at 7:30, 8 p.m. He gets up at 1:30 and 2:30 onwards. He has to bake the bread. So getting up early in the morning is not a big thing. After getting up, what are we doing? What is the purpose of getting up in the morning? That is the process of surrender. What is the purpose of getting up? Because surrender means to have focus on the goal of the life. Surrender means is to have focus, right? Because you will have three types of devotees. So we spoke about two consciousness of devotees, right-minded and like-minded, and there are three categories of devotees. One will be a casual devotee, second will be a temporary devotee, and third will be a permanent devotee. And I'll explain to you why. Casual devotees are those devotees that when they have time, they will come and do some devotional activity. The moment something changes, मंदिर नहीं आएंगे, भक्ति भिक्षा में नहीं आएंगे, भक्ति छोड़ देंगे. Because why? Because other things are taking priority. The moment something changes, material life takes priority. First impact is where? On bhakti. That is casual devotees. Office में late हो गया, तो they will not come to the temple. Festival में नहीं आएंगे. They will not get up in the morning. They will just first impact in life is where? To bhakti. That is casual devotees. Anything changes, office time पे जाना है. Because office जाने से क्या मिलता है? So they are after Lakshmi but not Narayan. Right? This is Ravan mentality. This is Ravan mentality, right? Ravan was after Sita, not Ram. So this is Ravan mentality. They are after Lakshmi, but not Narayan. First thing they will compromise on bhakti. This is casual devotees. From casual devotees comes casualty. 2 C's. From casual devotee comes casualty. Casualty का मतलब है अपने आप it is committing suicide in material spiritual life. Casualty. So that is the first type of devotees. Casual devotee. Time बन गया, time मिलेगा तो आऊँगा. टाइम होगा तो मंदिर आऊंगा, टाइम होगा तो सेवा करूंगा, टाइम होगा तो भक्ति वृक्षा आऊंगा, टाइम होगा तो टाइम पे आऊंगा. That's again another category. टाइम होगा तो टाइम पे आऊंगा. Bhakti Vriksha means the first, I have spoken about this in the past also. Bhakti Vriksha is broken into 3 parts. This is a transcendental sandwich. The first layer of the sandwich is Kirtan. Kirtan is the most important aspect of Bhakti Vriksha. क्योंकि कीर्तन नहीं जाएगा ना दिमाग में, then the philosophy to go, it takes a lot of time. Because we are coming from the mode of ignorance and passion into transcendental mode. Hare Krishna, please come. Please come. So Kirtan is very, very important to attend. We should never think कि कीर्तन ही है. I'll come at late. 15-20 मिनट लेट हो गया तो क्या होगा? आधा घंटा लेट हो गया तो क्या होगा? No. Right? When I was a big fan of Bollywood movies, and I can tell you, even before the movie started, वो movie के जो advertisements आते ना, मैं वो भी miss नहीं करता था. Before movie start, there's a lot of advertisements, right? मैं वो भी miss नहीं करता था. हर चीज का फायदा उठाना. So similarly, भक्ति वृक्षा का मतलब है जो कीर्तन, if we have missed it, आप लिख लो, आपका जो consciousness है ना, सुनना, श्रवणम, you will compromise on it. Second thing is the philosophy. That is the main gist. And the third is prasadam. Third is prasadam. So this is the transcendental sandwich. So similarly, we have a casual devotees. They try to come, they try not to come. Time बन गया, mood बन गया, तो चले गए, मंदिर चले गए कभी, नहीं तो नहीं गए. Second devotees are temporary devotees. Temporary devotees, they try to make some effort. 1 week, 2 weeks, 1 month, 3 months, 6 months. But something changes, they will drop the ball. Immediately, first thing, why? Because material life में कोई problem आ गया. Right? Something changes, first thing, compromise is always on bhakti. That is temporary devotee. And the third category of devotee is permanent devotee. कुछ भी हो जाए, no matter whatever happens, my focus, my seva, my service to the Lord, to my practices will not be compromised. Will not be compromised. So now we have a choice, and we need to make a choice, as Nidhi Mataji mentioned, awareness, acknowledgement, and aspiration. Where do we want to be? What is our awareness? Do we want to be a casual devotee? Do we want to be a temporary devotee? Or do we want to be a permanent devotee? Please come, Abhishek, aage aa jana. There's a lot of room over here and a lot of people in the background. So there's a lot of room over there also. Abhishek Prabhu, Ankit Prabhu, please come over here. There's a lot of room over here. Thank you so much. Sorry to disturb, but the closer we are, the better it is. Right? So what did we discuss so far? Quick recap.
Minds of devotees.
What are the 2 types of devotees?
Like-minded and right-minded.
Like-minded devotee and
Right-minded devotee.
What is a like-minded devotee? Changu and Mangu. Right. Changu told Mangu, let's go to movie. That is like-minded devotee. Bhakto ke saath ja raha hu. It's okay, better than having with some karmic friends.
So same purpose?
Huh?
Person with same purpose?
Yes, that's
Same. But what is a right-minded devotee?
Krishna in center.
Who keeps Krishna in the center. And that is very important. That is very important. We want to have devotees who have intents. Even what are they talking? How are they listening? What are they listening? What do they eat? What do they talk? Everything is very important. So when we make friends in devotee circle, please keep this in mind. Very, very profound and very important to understand. भक्तों के साथ रहने के बावजूद भी भक्त नहीं बनेंगे आप लोग. Why? Because that intensity, that seriousness, that sincereness and consistency will not be there in that devotee. So if you want to be serious and consistent, then we need to associate with serious and sincere devotees. Right? So we will have a casual devotee, we will be having a temporary devotee, and we don't want to be in these two categories. Do we all agree with this?
Yep.
Huh? We want to be permanent devotees. Because if you're not a permanent devotee of Krishna, you are a permanent devotee of Maya. So don't think that you're not a permanent devotee. Don't think that you are not a permanent devotee. You're either serving the superior energy of the Lord or you're serving the inferior energy of the Lord. Because the nature of the soul is to serve. So without service we cannot be quiet. Because soul is dynamic, soul is not static. So very, very important to understand we have two choices. We have two choices. Serve superior energy or serve inferior energy. But we have to make a choice, okay, when to serve. And the most important thing is what are we discussing with devotees. Weekend का क्या plan है? Chatston में देखा? ये इतना scene है. हाँ, वो गाड़ी का क्या हुआ? वो घर का क्या हुआ? Even if we talk the same thing, same घसीटा राम philosophy, from Monday to Friday यही बात करते हैं, भक्तों के साथ भी यही बात करोगे ना, तो लिख लो कि we will not progress faster. But when we talk, प्रभु जी एकादशी में क्या किया, बिला प्रभु क्या पढ़ रहे हो, चिन्मय प्रभु you coming to Mangala every day, every Sunday, how do you get up? What do we discuss when we discuss with devotees? Or we can discuss BJP का क्या हो रहा है, Rahul Gandhi का क्या हुआ? We can discuss that also. We can discuss about their election or we can discuss about our election. We can discuss about their election or we can discuss about our election. Yamraj आएगा या Yamdud आएगा. That is our election. Yes or no? Yes or no? It is just matter of time. You accept it or not. BJP को जो होना होगा, राहुल गांधी का होगा, क्रिकेट में जो होगा, अपने साथ क्या होने वाला है उसकी फिक्र नहीं है. जन्म सार्थक करो परो उपकार. That is the message of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. First look after yourself. जन्म सार्थक करो परो उपकार. What is ISKCON? Once Prabhupada was asked by an interviewer, Swamiji, what is ISKCON all about? And Prabhupada was in rush. And Prabhupada summarized in two things. Chant Hare Krishna and preach Hare Krishna. What is ISKCON all about? Chant Hare Krishna. भगवान का नाम लो और भक्तों को बोलो भगवान का नाम लो. That is all ISKCON is about. और कुछ नहीं है. ना कभी मांगते हैं आप लोगों से, कभी किसी से मांगा नहीं है. ऊपर वाले ने दिया है. अच्छा ना? Chant Hare Krishna and talk Hare Krishna. Chant Hare Krishna and preach Hare Krishna. भक्तों के साथ अगर ये बात नहीं करेंगे ना, then we will talk about everything else. जॉब पे क्या चल रहा है, ये क्या चल रहा है, वो क्या चल रहा है. We are not चल रहे. We are racing towards death. That is a consciousness we should always constantly have. ठीक है? Anything else? Anybody would like to add anything on what we just discussed before we start Bhagavad Gita? कुछ बोलना है कुछ? Yes.
आपने अभी बोला कि यम लेने आएगा कि यम
विष्णुदूत और यमराज.
विष्णुदूत. I was like, no, I didn't hear. I didn't know what the difference बोला था.
या अजमल गलत बोला.
मेरे को पता है.
नहीं. So Vishnudut are the agents of Lord Vishnu who come at the time of death.
Okay.
And Yamraj are also agents of Vishnu or Krishna, but they take you to the hellish planet.
Ah, okay.
That's again explained in the 5th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, the hellish planet. You had
I
something?
was saying Krishna consciousness is dormant in everybody.
Yes.
We need last class में आपने बताया about we need right-minded people to express it, to reveal it. So
Yes.
wisdom is not received, it's revealed.
Yes, wisdom is not received, it is revealed. That we discussed last week. Wisdom is not received. कि मैंने भगवत गीता खरीद ली और पढ़ ली, तो दिमाग में कभी नहीं जाएगा. You cannot buy a copy of Bhagavad Gita. Nobody can buy it. Right? What can we buy? Can we buy Bhagavad Gita? Nobody can buy it. The Bhagavad Gita is not received, it is revealed. And when can it be revealed? It can only be revealed by the association of devotees, by the mercy of devotees. Rajesh Prabhu, 18.55 kya hai? 18.55, just first one. 18.54 is Brahma Bhuta Prasanatmana Sochatanaya Kanchata Samasa Bhuta. 18.55. The first word. Just first word. What is the Bhaktyamam Abhijanati Yavan Yasvi Tattvaha. So Krishna says, Bhaktamam Abhijanati. Only by devotional service you can know me. Nowhere else we can know Krishna. भगवान को जानना है तो भक्ति करो. कौन बोल रहा है? कृष्ण से. भक्तमाम अभिजानाति यावन यस्ति तत्वः. All right. Let's start Bhagavad Gita. Anything else anybody would like to add?
Any significance of the watering of Tulsi? Because
Yes. The significance of Tulsi. Okay, there's a whole class I need to give now. I'll share the whole video, but in short, Krishna, you can only approach Krishna by Tulsi Maharani. You can only approach. That is the reason when we offer bhoga, we offer a leaf of Tulsi. Without that Tulsi, Krishna will not accept it. Tulsi Krishna Priyasi Namo Namaha. Right. So Tulsi Maharani is the most dearest to Krishna. In everything what happens, Tulsi Maharani looks after Krishna. That is the reason we wear this one. हम क्यों पहनते हैं? Right? तुलसी के बीज पे हम chanting करते हैं. तुलसी का ये बीज पहनते हैं. माता जी wear such nice. Why? Because Tulsi Maharani is very dear to Krishna. If we want to please you, we have to please your daughter first, correct? Can anybody please you directly? No. Similarly, Prabhupada said, if you want to please the master, please the dog first, right? Similarly, Tulsi Maharani is not dog, but Tulsi is Vrinda. That is the reason it's called Vrindavan. It is called Vrindavan. So every day morning we do Tulsi Puja. Even before waking up the Lord, we do Tulsi Puja first at home. Okay? Chalo. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 So we're reading from Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter number 3. Name of the chapter is Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga. Which verse did we stop? 15. 14 तक किया and now 15 से शुरू करना. ठीक है? So we'll read 15, 16 and 17. I'll request Alicia, are you able to read it?
15. Regulated activities are prescribed
Loudly.
in the Vedas, and the Vedas are directly manifested in the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Consequently, an all-pervading transcendence is internally situated in the acts of sacrifice.
16.
My dear Arjuna, the one who does not follow in human life as the cycle of sacrifice, thus established by the Vedas, certainly leads a life of sin. Living only for satisfaction of the senses, such a person lives in vain.
Yeah.
17.
Yes. No, okay, 16. No, thank you. 15 and 16 and 17, so there's another theme. Okay, so what is Krishna saying in 15 and 16? What are the important points? Regulated activities are prescribed in Vedas. So life should be regulated. Right? Life of a devotee is a life of regulated life. What to eat, when to eat, what to wear, how much to sleep, how much to earn. Very, very important. Very, very important. Krishna himself is saying in the 6th chapter, 17th verse again, Yukta harasa viharasya yukta chetasu karmasu. Your life should be regulated in health, in wealth, in recreation. Har cheez mein life, it should be regulated, and this is also mentioned in Vedas. And Prabhupada writes in the purport, where are the Vedas coming from? How many Vedas are there? Four. Before four Vedas, what was there? There was one Veda. One Veda got broken down into four Vedas. And the Vedas came from the breathing of Krishna. When Krishna breath, the breathing of Krishna, the Vedas came. What are the names of the four Vedas? Anything which we don't do or we don't follow as part of this four Vedas, it is called vikarma. That means sinful activities. Right? Sinful activities. So everything is very, very clear. And as we were speaking just before, you eat food which is not offered to Krishna, it is sin. That is also mentioned in Vedas. So you eat vegetarian sin or non-vegetarian sin. Sin is a sin. So that is the reason when we follow scriptures, we know what to do, what not to do. When we follow scriptures, we know what to do and what not to do. So Krishna is saying over here, have a regulated life. And people who do not follow in human life of sacrifice, they are living a life of sin. मनुष्य का जीवन मिलने के बाद, after having a rare human form of life, if we are not following the rules and regulation which are given in Shastras, which are given in scriptures, then we are following a life of sin. We are following a life of sin. And we may have some sinful reaction now, and some sinful reaction we have to suffer later. Just because we are not able to see the suffering today, that doesn't mean that sins are not going to come with us. Have you heard about 50 cents consciousness? किसी ने सुना? 50 cents consciousness? You step outside in the morning and you try to see a sun. Can you see a sun? Yes or no? Yep. But you put a 50 cents in front of your eyes, can you see the sun? No. It is called 50 cents consciousness. You cannot see a sun which is 1,000 times bigger than Earth, but just by putting a 50 cents in front of your eyes. Is it making sense? अब 50 सेंट की बुद्धि है अपनी, आंख के सामने लगा दो, सब बंद हो जाता है. Right? So we cannot see a sun which is million times bigger than our eyes by just putting a small coin, and then we think we know everything. Prabhupada writes, if there is no sunlight, you cannot even see your own hand. If there is no sunlight, you cannot see your own hand. Do you agree with this? Yes. Because scientifically you go back, everything is coming from sun. Right? So life should be full of regulation, or else our life will be a 50 cents one. We are putting 50 cents consciousness coin in front of the eyes, and we stop seeing everything. And when we live like that, what is Krishna saying? Anyone who does not follow in human life the cycle of sacrifice. Why is Krishna using the word sacrifice?
Is that yajnas?
Yagna or tapasya. This human life is called a life of tapasya. Is meant for tapasya. This life is not meant for sense gratification. Human life is meant for sense enjoyment. Yes? No.
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 It's not
See,
meant for self-gratification.
It is not meant for sense enjoyment. It is not meant for it is meant for self-realization. Who you are. What is the purpose of life? Where are you going to go after this life? Weekend का क्या plan है? You ask everybody. Most of them will be very clear. Okay, weekend पे ये कर रहा हूँ. I have to go to this place. I have to go to this place. I have to go to this place. That is the plan on weekend. You ask someone, if you die on the weekend, where are you going to go? So, in the bin, rubbish bin. So this is what human life is meant for, to inquire. Athoto Brahma Jigyasa. मैं कौन हूँ, मैं कहाँ से आ रहा हूँ और कहाँ जाने वाला हूँ. That is the purpose of human form of life. Dogs, cats, and animals cannot answer and ask this question. And if we do not ask the same question to ourselves, where am I going to go after this life? What am I going to take with me after this life? Everything what I've earned is going to be taken away. So what am I going to take with me? Where am I going to go? This is what human life is meant for. And if we don't ask that, Krishna is very clearly saying, it is a life's in vain. It is wasted. Once again we are wasting it. Alright, let's continue reading. 17, 18 and 19. Okay, one sec. I have a slide, I think. Okay, so this is the breakdown of chapter 3. So first two, we spoke about Arjuna was confused. मैं आपको screenshot भेजा दूँगा if you want.
Thank you.
Arjuna was confused. मैं काम करूँ या छोड़ दूँ? Shall I work or renounce? Then Krishna explains, you work as karma yoga, right? Detachment with knowledge. And then 10 to 16, Krishna says from karma kanda to karma yoga. You eat, but you offer it to me. You work, but do it for me, right? As in sacrifice. Do everything, but for the pleasure of the Lord as a sacrifice. Now 17 verse to 35, Krishna is going to take us from Nishkam Karma Yoga to set a correct example. So he expects everybody to be an example in our life. And today we will discuss about that. 3.21 padha hoga na?
Father.
You practice.
Ah.
Then you
Yes. Alright, 17, 18 and 19. Who can read? Sit, beta, you can read? Who can? Can you read, beta? So 17, 18 and 19, please.
Yeah, sure. But for one who takes pleasure in the self, whose human life is one of self-realization, and who is satisfied in the self only, fully satiated, for him there is no duty. A self-realized man has no purpose to fulfill in discharge of his prescribed duties, nor has he any reason to not perform such work, nor has he any need to depend on any other living being. Therefore, without being attached to the fruits of activities, one should act as a matter of duty. For by working without attachment, one attains the supreme.
Jai. What are the important points? What is Krishna trying to say? Very, very profound message.
To do the work and away from the fruits of it. So,
Karam kar, phal ki ichha mat kar. Okay. What else? What else is Krishna saying? First,
so do the work and don't expect the result. Don't expect is it a good or a bad. Just isn't that
no.
No.
He's saying, in fact, a self-realized man.
It is that.
First thing is saying, but for one who takes pleasure in the self, whose human life is one of self-realization and who's satisfied in the self only, fully satiated, for him there is no duty. Having satisfaction of things what we have in life is very, very important. What we have currently, if we are not happy with what we have today, no matter whatever we get tomorrow, we will never be happy. Yes or no?
Yes.
Please, do you accept? If you are not happy today with what we have, no matter whatever we get tomorrow, we will not be happy. Because tomorrow, whatever we get, immediately what will happen? Dil mange more. Pepsi, right? Dil mange more and more, because the desires are unlimited. So the learning for us, and this is my Guru Maharaj told me once, contentment is the biggest wealth, he said. Contentment is the biggest wealth. You may have everything in the world, but if you still want more and more, there's no end. Or you may have whatever you have, but if you're happy with what you have, you're content with what you have, you will never be satiated. Krishna is saying, my brother, Chota Bhai, my mother, I remember very, very nicely. My mother used to give my brother 2 marbles. 2 गोटी होती थी, अपने छोटे बचपन में याद है गोटियां खेलते थे? हाँ? अच्छा हम लोग गोटी बोलते हैं. Marbles. My mother used to give my brother 2 or 3 marbles, and my brother used to play with 2-3 marbles for 2-3 hours. और कुछ भी, no, कुछ चीची नहीं, कुछ नहीं. And in hindsight, I had my cousin, because we live in a joint family. उसको कुछ भी दे दो. You give me whatever you want, the whole bottle of goaties. After 5 minutes, मम्मी अभी मैं क्या करूँ? Can I have something more? can I have something more? And I was managing these 2 kids, so I've seen them growing in one way. And I used to say, see, with 2 marbles, my brother used to play for hours together, very happily. So this contentment is the biggest wealth. If you think, okay, एक घर, फिर दूसरा घर, तीसरा घर, bigger house, bigger mortgage. I was discussing this last night. I got a phone call at 8 o'clock of a devotee, right? And because of COVID, the interest rate came down, right? And now he purchased 4 properties in 2 years, 5 properties in 2 years. Right? क्या बोलते हैं? FOMO. Is it FOMO? Fear of missing out. Fear of missing out. Right? FOMO. He purchased and purchased and purchased 5 properties. Idhar, udhar, idhar, udhar. And now this devotee is having sleepless nights. Someone came to my house just yesterday morning on another note. He purchased 2 properties in Epping and ऐसा लग रहा था कि मैं नहीं लूंगा ना तो बाकी लोग ले लेंगे. If I don't take it, someone else will take it. And this guy purchased 2 properties and then he made a loss and now he had to sell both the properties. He had to sell his own house and now he's looking for a house for rent. So the point I'm trying to make, contentment, if you're not happy with what we have today, that doesn't mean we will not grow in life. That doesn't mean, but within the reach, not at the cost of bhakti. I know devotees, I know friends who work Monday to Friday, फिर Saturday और एक job करेंगे, Uber चलाएंगे, कुछ और करेंगे, things like that. There's no end to it. There is no end to greed. Mahatma Gandhi said, there's enough for everybody's need, not for one person's greed. So if you just want happiness in life, then you can define it. But if you want to be compared with others, के इसके पास वो है, उसके पास ये है, उसके पास वो है, then all your life you run around with it, you will never be happy in life. You will never be happy in life. So my humble request, and I personally have tried to follow this, it has helped me a lot. I don't know whether I shared this or not. In 2018, I took a vow that I will not buy any new clothes for 3 years. मैंने बोला यहाँ पे? Yes. अच्छा. It was so nice. और अभी मेरा vow है 2025 तक. अभी ज़रूरी नहीं है. There's no need. It's been 7 years. 2018 जब 25 था, उसमें एक बार मैंने थोड़े कपड़े खरीदे. But it is not required, and I feel very happy.
There's no pressure.
Huh?
There's no pressure.
There's no. घर से काम कर रहे हो. I have so many pants. जीन्स पड़े हुए, घर से काम हो रहा है, नो नीड. और भक्तों के साथ अभी अमित प्रभु के घर पे धोती पे आया या फटे हुए पैंट पाया, ही स्टिल अलाउ मी, माता जी स्टिल गिव मी प्रसादम. अपना सर्कल ऐसा करो, अपना सर्कल ही ऐसा कर लो कि द सर्कल इज सिंपल. If you want to complicate our life, na, the easiest way to complicate your life is be with complicated people. ये मेरा नया श्लोक है. I just made it up. The easiest way to complicate your life is to be complicated people. Because I've been very blessed, you know, a very, very close friend of mine, he gives Bhagavatam classes. मैंने आज तक उसके पास 2 कुर्ते हैं, white वाले, वो भी half 5, और 2 धोती है. माधवानंद प्रभु ने बात करते. तीसरा है नहीं उसके पास. When you hang around, and not that he doesn't make money, he has properties, but his lifestyle is simple. But if you have a lifestyle of friends which are very complicated and high flying, तो हम भी उन्हीं के साथ फिर मैच करना पड़ेगा ना. उसका बच्चा स्विमिंग में जा रहा है, तो अपने बच्चे को भी स्विमिंग में डालना जरूरी पड़ जाएगा. उसका बच्चा कुमोन कर रहा है, तो हमें भी अपने बच्चे को कुमोन कराना पड़ेगा. It is just show and tell. It is called show and tell. And for this, there is no happiness. My younger son used to tell me, Papa, comparison is the thief of joy. But my younger son used to tell me, comparison is the thief of joy. So this is very, very important. Krishna is saying, जो अगर अंदर से खुश है ना, he has no other duty to perform. So profound, na? Nobody teaches us this in any of our masters and PhDs in graduation. And Krishna is saying so profoundly, simple life, simple living, high thinking. Simple living, high thinking. 2 कपड़े कम, 2 जूते कम, कितना खाओगे? How much can you eat? How much can you sleep? Think about this. People have stopped thinking actually. We have actually not stopped thinking. And Krishna is saying us very, very clearly, think and be content, be satisfied. Be satisfied. Alright, let's continue reading because next 2 verses are very, very important and then we'll stop there for the day. Who would like to read? 20 and 21. Please pay attention to the 21st verse. Very, very important. Yes.
Kings such as Janaka attain perfection solely by performance of prescribed duties. Therefore, just for the sake of educating the people in general, you should perform your work. Text 21. Whatever action a great man performs, common man follows, and whatever standards he sets by exemplary acts, all the world pursues.
Very. What is Krishna saying? King Janaka. Who is King Janaka? The father of Sita. He had nothing to do, but in spite of that, he was performing his duty. So Krishna consciousness is not an act of being lazy. ऊपर वाला करेगा. ऊपर वाला कुछ नहीं करेगा. हमें करना है. ISKCON is not a museum. ISKCON is a garden. I repeat, ISKCON is not a museum. Museum में क्या होता है? You go, you see, and you walk away. That is museum. In garden में क्या होता है? ISKCON is a garden. You come there, you seed, you put water, you grow a plant, cut the fruit, or offer the fruit to Krishna. That is ISKCON. That is temple. That is bhakti. Bhakti is just not a museum. देखा बहुत मजा आ गया. When someone tells me many times कि प्रभु क्लास में बहुत मजा आ गया, that really pains me sometimes. क्योंकि ये मजा करने वाली बात ही नहीं है. Right? When someone says class में मजा आ रहा है, that means you are still seeking spiritual entertainment. मजा मस्ती चाहिए, jokes चाहिए हमें ना? No. Spiritual life is a very serious business. It is a very serious business. This is not मजा मस्ती करना. So ISKCON is not a museum, it is a garden. In garden there are 2 types of people. You either love someone or you like someone. Huh? You like someone or you love someone. When you like someone, if you like a plant, a flower, what do? You cut it, you take it for yourself because I like the plant, I like the flower, I like the fruit. That is the like mentality. But when you love someone, what do? You water it. Thank you, Jyoti Mataji. You water it, you take care for it. And we come into bhakti not to like, but to love. We are not here to take something from Krishna, but we are here to give something to Krishna. I was explaining this last week also, somewhere else, that we should think that my deities are dependent on me. Radha and Krishna, Radha Vallabh is dependent on me. Prabhupada is dependent on me. When we have this consciousness, it may sound a bit lofty now, but when we have this consciousness that Radha Vallabh is dependent on me, Prabhupada is dependent on me, and I need to do something for them, then that is a great thought of service. But when we go in front of the deities and ask, then बच्चों को भी ये सिखाएंगे. Whatever great man performs, common men follow. If we as parents goes and ask to Krishna, ये दे दो, घर दे दो, गाड़ी दे दो, बंगला दे दो, बच्चों का ये कर दो, बच्चे भी वही करेंगे. Yes or no? हम यही करते हैं ना? क्यों? क्योंकि पापा मम्मी ने ये सिखाया. Go and ask. No. We go to Krishna to give. We should go to temple to give, not to take. When we go with give mentality, you will be very blissful. We have Raj Prabhu over here. Kumaran Prabhu goes every Monday to give service, not to take service. We are taking service. Every breath is taking from God, right? So we should try to have this attitude of gratitude of giving something, not taking. Because God gives, and He forgives. And what do? We take, and forget. Yes or no? So we should change the mentality. Oh, he's also saying yes. Right? So we should change our mentality, because at the moment our mentality is work very hard. Din raat kaam karo. Right? What do they say? Monday to Friday, work like a donkey. Saturday and Sunday, jump like monkeys. This is the mindset now. बहुत मेहनत करते हैं. Right? But for devotee, I was explaining this last week. Monday to Friday, make your home a temple. Thank you. Monday to Friday, make your home a temple. And Saturday and Sunday, make temple your home. Come to temple with your kids. Spend time over there. See how the life changes. Because Saturday and Sunday, it is not holidays. It is holy days. And holy days ka matlab hai, life is about holy life. Right? It is whole life. H-O-L-E. What is whole? H-O-L-E? Khada. So holy, H-O-L-Y, H-O-L-E. It is a choice. That why is very important. If the purpose of why is clear in life, then it becomes very easy. Because Krishna wants us to be an example. Whatever action great man performs, common men follow. And whatever standard he sets by exemplary acts, all the world perceives. So I keep saying this again and again. The husband of the house is the spiritual master of the house. The husband of the house is supposed to be the spiritual master of the house. The wife is supposed to be a chaste servant of the husband. And husband should be the chaste servant of Guru. And Guru is a chaste servant of Krishna. This is the parampara. So husband should be following Guru, and Guru follows Krishna, and wife should follow husband. But if husband is like Dhritarashtra, completely blind, completely unable to absorb knowledge, then his wife will be like Gandhari. And what will be the ant? He will lose everything what he had. We don't want to do that. We have lost many times in all our previous lifetimes. And this life is meant for us to be the last life. Think about again, किसी माँ के पेट में जाना, 9 महीने रहना, वापस रोते रोते बाहर आना. How painful it is. Again going back to school. And मुझे स्कूल तक तो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, लेकिन एजुकेशन पढ़ाई से, my God. और वापस 10th एग्जाम, 12th के एग्जाम, वो इंजीनियरिंग के 64 सब्जेक्ट्स, वापस ऑस्ट्रेलिया आना, PR लेना. Imagine, do you want to really go through this? Think about it. अगर सोच भी आ जाती है ना, तो पसीने छूटने चाहिए एक्चुअली. हाँ? मैं तो यहाँ की फैसिलिटी दे रहा हूँ प्रभु जी, अफगानिस्तान सीरिया की नहीं, इधर यहाँ पे भी आ गए.
सोचो गाजा गुजा में पैदा हुए थे.
जगन्नाथ रंग बता रहे थे ना, think about you getting a birth in Afghanistan. Prabhupada said, the problem with you all is you are not fearful of Maya. This is Prabhupada's word. The problem with you all, you are not fearful of Maya. ये अभी डर नहीं है हमें. हमें लगता है कुछ प्रॉब्लम है लाइफ में, बट अच्छी चीज भी तो है. ऑस्ट्रेलिया में है, काठमांडू का जैकेट पहनता हूँ, नॉर्थ फेस का जैकेट पहनता हूँ, गाड़ी है, 4 व्हील ड्राइव है, प्रॉब्लम है. लेकिन ये लोग इस्कॉन वाले जो बोलते हैं इतना प्रॉब्लम मेरे लाइफ में नहीं है. यस और नो? ऐसा लगता है ना दिमाग में, मेरे आई गॉन थ्रू दिस फेस. ये जानो इस्कॉन वाले जितना प्रॉब्लम बोलते हैं इतना प्रॉब्लम नहीं है मेरे लाइफ में, लेकिन है प्रॉब्लम है. यस और नो? प्लीज बी ऑनेस्ट. लगता है ना? हाँ. टेक सम मैच्योरिटी. पता लगेगा ना कि 1 सेकंड में सब चीज कैसे जाने वाली है. देखोगे ना तब पता चलेगा. I always used to say when I used to attend the classes ना, ये क्या यार बार बार जन्म मृत्यु जरा व्याधि और कुछ है नहीं प्रसादन अच्छी बातें करो यार
सच तो वही है
हाँ?
सच तो वही है
I used to think about this जब मेरे प्रभु बोलते थे ना जन्म मृत्यु जरा कर हमेशा ये बात कुछ अच्छा कुछ मोटिवेशनल then when reality hits you then you understand that there's no motivation rather than accepting this fact. Very hard thinking, no? We don't accept it. But when you see some people going in front of me, I'll stop over your environment. When I just came into Krishna consciousness, I come from my father's side are very, very filthy rich. करोड़पति है. उनके पास इंडिया की हर गाड़ी है. Jaguars and Porsche. They're very, very rich. So I still remember and I'm not rich. Sorry. मैं गरीब आदमी हूँ, but my father's side are very rich. So I went to India first time in Krishna consciousness और मैंने vow लिया था कि प्रसादम खाऊंगा. अभी वो vegetarian का तो I went to my uncle's house and it was very nice wedding and उस time I'm talking about 15 years ago each plate was 1,000 rupees. I'm talking a lot of money and I refused to eat. I said नहीं मैं नहीं खाऊंगा. And my uncle said खा ले यार तू ये मेलबर्न में ये सब करने गया. Is this the reason why you went to Melbourne? Live life king size, he said. And my uncle, within 6 months or 7 months, he left his body. He was only 50 years. And my mom calls me. My mom calls me कि मामा गुजरी गया. मामा चल बसे और उसकी बॉडी लेके जाने वाले हैं. When my mother told me ना body, she didn't even say the Urvish. उनका नाम उर्विश मामा था. My mother didn't say the word. भाई का नाम नहीं बोली, बॉडी लेके जाने वाले. And that hit me so much कि जिसके साथ 50 साल का रिश्ता, he was only 50, he just turned 50, and I'm talking 10 years ago. जिसके साथ हमारा रिश्ता था, वो आदमी को हम क्या बोलते हैं? बॉडी को लेके जाओ. 50 साल की शादी हो या 30 साल का भाई हो या 50 साल का, immediately नाम आदमी लेना बंद कर देता है. Can you imagine? बोलते बॉडी को लेके जाओ, बास आएगी. जिसके पीछे हम भागते रहते हैं उन्हें हमें कोई चिंता नहीं है. This is the reality of life. So hard time, this a hard time creates strong people. Strong people create good times. Good times create weak people. And weak people create hard times. Weak people create hard times. So where are we at? Hard times create strong people. जब जीवन में दिक्कत होती है तो आदमी strong हो जाता है. Strong people create good times. Good times create weak people. जब जीवन में सब अच्छा चलता है, good times create weak people.
Makes you weak.
This is the reason मैं बोलता हूँ ना, ISKCON वाले बोलते हैं कि बहुत दिक्कत है. No. अगर अपना जीवन में अभी सब कुछ सही चल रहा है, then it is just a wave which is about to come. Time and tide waits for nobody. Time and tide waits for nobody. And weak people create hard times. So every time we have been weak in our sadhana, we have been weak in taking the process of Krishna consciousness. This is not the first time we had this opportunity to take Krishna consciousness. We had opportunities many times in many previous lives. बहुत टाइम मौका मिला है. भगवान ने हमेशा हमें चांस दिया है, लेकिन हर बार बीवी बच्चे घर गाड़ी नौकरी वही चक्करों में पड़े रहे. तभी ये मौका है. Now we have a choice. We are at the crossroads. Do we want to take this process seriously, sincerely and consistently and not become casual devotee, not become temporary devotee? Let's become a permanent devotee. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Let's stop over here. Any comments, corrections?
Very nice.
Thank you.
I have a question, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu.
Like you were saying, the Vedas teach us all the scriptures and all these things, and people should follow what the scriptures say. Why don't they teach this from the very beginning?
Why don't they teach from the very beginning? They teach. if you look at, they teach Mataji. They used to teach before, but now last 150, 200 years they have stopped teaching. And the people used to go to gurukuls. We never used to go to schools. From year 5, 5 साल का बच्चा 16 साल तक का नहीं होता ना, they used to go to gurukuls.
तभी वो कहते थे ना, जिस और गुरुकुल the मंदिर, तो वो कहते थे कि जहाँ जिस गांव में मंदिर है वहीं रहना चाहते थे, because that's where the teaching was.
Yes, this concept of schooling is more a British education, right? So look at that. Just we're not talking thousands of years ago, just recently. But anyways, we can still be an example to our kids. Kids have big eyes and small ears.
Yes.
Kids have big eyes and small ears. कितना भी बोलो बच्चों को, कितना जाएगा, कितना और हम भरोसे. But they are looking at us. Our kids are looking at us. You cannot tell your kid to go and have Charnamrit while you are having a scotch. Yeah. Right? You can't have a scotch and say Charnamrit. No. They are looking at us. So at least for the sake of kids, we should take up the practice of Krishna consciousness seriously. And be an example to them. Be an example to wife. Be an example to the society. बच्चों के लिए, अपने लिए, very important. Did I answer your question, Mataji? So at least for the kids, right? और बच्चों के करते करते अपना सुधार हो जाएगा. That is one thing for sure. People come into Krishna consciousness to temple कि मुझे सब कुछ आता है, मेरे बच्चों को ना करवा दो. As if they are pure devotees, they just want this son. I'm pure devotee, but मेरे बच्चा को pure devotee कर दो. Charity begins at home. We are far away from the reality. Quick announcements. 26th of May, badminton and table tennis. We had very few people available for various reasons, right? So we will push this back to sometime in spring when the weather is better. Is that okay? Because we want it, but people are not available for various reasons. We respect it, so we'll push it back. Next, 7th June, Beena Mataji she's going to India on Sunday, and Amit Prabhu is going to India next week. So 7th of June, which is the long weekend, Amit Prabhu's house is not available. So if anybody would like to host a Bhakti Vriksha at their house as a once-off, then please let us know as a once-off. Huh?
Come our side.
Come your side. Huh? आपका घर पास में है माता जी, विशाली माता जी? Okay. Not very far. Okay, we want something very close or very. I can see hands going up and okay, but. Oh, 4 hands.
Got a really quiet place, like open space, nothing, no furniture, nothing. जहाँ पे मेरा काम है, एक रूम है खाली है, मतलब बड़ा रूम है, so no distractions as well. अगर यहीं पे पास में ही है.
Okay, let me think. So I have Vaishali Mataji. आपके घर तक आ चुके ना? Okay. So let me think. But thank you, Saurabh Prabhu. Thank you, Mataji. And thank you, Vaishali.
Notting के काफी नजदीक है.
Because we want to have it in this area. मुझे Notting. अच्छा वो साइड है ना? आपके घर के पास. So we'll have 7th of April. Bhakti Vriksha will not be here. So next week we will
7th
still
of June.
June. Sorry, 7th of June. 9th of June. Obviously, it is one day for Krishna. So it's a whole day program. If anybody wants to come, from morning 4:30 till night 9:30. You have to be there. It does not give me 2 घंटे आया 4 घंटे नहीं. It's a full day program. I know 6-7 people have already registered. So we'll continue with that, and then the rest is history. Okay. Oh, Prabhu. Yeah. Okay. Very, very important. Very. I have already booked the Hare Krishna Valley for 27, 28 and 29 September. So the whole of Hare Krishna Valley, there are 4 ashrams. I've completely booked, and the capacity is only 50 people. And तो उसके बाद then we have to sleep India's time, local train's time. So I have finalized the costing. I'll share the costing with Amit Prabhu, and I'll request 50% payment. And the first 50 people who come pays, we will take their accommodation. Okay? It's very, very reasonable. And as usual, we don't make money out of this. आपको पूरी transparency मिल जाएगी कि कितना खर्चा हुआ है और क्या है, and the money will be returned back if the money is left over. It's only prasadam, and accommodation. ठीक है? Next, this is, I highly recommend parents to go for this. His Grace Gauram Darshan Prabhu, he's a very, very exalted brahmachari. He's coming to Melbourne. Last year also there was a retreat with devotees and kids. Again there's a retreat specially for kids. Parents can also go. I've shared this already with you. The WhatsApp group mein. So please go. Saurabh Prabhu, Sapan Prabhu, all the parents, you should try to go. उसमें दो फायदा होगा. एक तो you will get association of other devotees, और अपने जो भक्ति वृक्षा के जो parents हैं उसमें अच्छी bonding हो जाएगी, because you have to stay there for 2 days. So please try to go there. This is again during school holidays.
50% is already booked.
50% is already booked. Don't think कि मैं 4-5 दिन के बाद बोलूँगा और मिल जाएगा. If you want, please book it very, very soon.
हमारा घर यहीं पे बाजू में है।
आपका घर पर? ठीक है, next time. So many offers are coming. ठीक है, ठीक है, चलो. Any questions, comments, or announcements before we hand over to kids while Dilip Prabhu comes for his magic performance? Any questions, comments?
You just take it off.
Okay, kids, come.
महाप्रसादे गोविंदे नमो ब्राह्मणे वैष्णवे नमो ब्राह्मणे वैष्णवे स्वल्पपुण्यव्रतं राजन् विश्वाशून्य विजायते शरीराय विद्याजाय जोड़ेंद्रिय ताहे कान जीवे पहले विषाग्रे तारामते जीवाति लोगों सुधर्मति ताके संसारे कृष्ण बारो मोय करीबारे जीवा जाय स्वप्रसाद पाओ से नाम पाओ राधा कृष्ण गुण गाओ प्रेमिका को चैतन्य गाय जय निमाय जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे